So, hey everyone. Welcome to my video. Today, I'm going to walk you through how we create object repositories in UiPath Studio for referencing from the different activities to the IT selector. Right? So, object repository in simple terms is like it's a centralized location where you can store and manage all your UI elements. Right? Basically, this helps keep your automations projects organized and consistent and easy to maintain. Right? In future, if you want to, if there is some version upgrade in the target application, and you just want to update the selectors or some element or those things, then you can just go through the object repository that you have created without touching your main automation project. You can just make a library of object repositories and update that time and again as a version control version changes for your target application, right? And in that way you can achieve the maintainability in the UiPath automation project, right? So let me show you how to set up an object repository. First, we go to UiPath Studio, and then we create a library project, and I will name it demo objrepository. So I'll name it demo object repository, and I'll leave everything else the same and just create the correct. So for this demo, I'm going to automate this RPA challenge. I'm going to fetch all these whatever the items like clickable or the fillable forms. All these are using our object repository, right? So once the project is created, we will just go to this activity or YAML file. So once here, like I'll just click this record button over the description. So this is an object repository option available in your studio. So once you click this record button, this will help you to capture elements. Once you click this, so now we have this dialog or the pane that where we can indicate all the elements from the map. So if you want to capture all those elements in one go, then you just go to the capture all elements, and once it detect the elements, you just give it the window. Now it will detect all the elements, right? So the all elements has been detected by the UiPath. So now all we do is select all and capture. So these are around like 16 or 20 elements. Those all will be captured. The selectors will be extracted from them, and we'll see a list of elements that we can use in our automation project in future, right? So this is detecting all those elements, capture elements. Once it is done, then we'll move forward from there. So as you can see, like it is identifying those submit buttons, phone number, download Excel, and all those things. So once it has captured all of them, just hit OK. Now we have all those elements detected, right? So you can go ahead and manually select one by one with the help of this button, or you can do capture all elements. So if you want to edit any elements over here, if you think you want to use a strict selector, fuzzy selector, or an image selector, all those things are available here. It's everything is similar to how we used to do the like a selector, how we used to fetch the selectors manually. So once this get all the elements, then we will just stop recording and we will save this. So all these are now available in my studio, right? So these are all the screen that this is the RPA screen that it has identified, and these are all the elements that are available on that screen, right? So now I can just drag it here. Yeah. So I can now drag it here, or I can keep the screen over here. So now this is my RPA challenge, it opens. So for each elements, I just want to download my Excel file. First thing is I want to download the Excel files. For that, I'll go to the download link. So this is extracted from my object repository. I have already, it is here. I'll just drag it here, and I'll do click right. So now this will help me to download the Excel file, but I'll just make it neat, and I'll just wait till it is downloaded. So I'll keep it inside. So this is my environment, and I'll keep it as an output variable. This will help me to use it in future, right? So now once I do that, so I have downloaded the Excel file. Now I will just open the Excel file, and now I'll use this Excel file downloaded. So you see I'm using that Excel file. So this is my Excel file name. So I'll just put it here. And now I'll get it as an Excel file, right? So in this Excel file, I'll just use for each Excel row. So those people who are familiar with RPA challenge, they understand like how these things work. So already done first Excel sheet for each row. I'm running some like I'm trying to fill this data from that Excel file one by one for each of the rows. Right? That is what I'm trying to achieve it. So now what I will do is like for each Excel row. Now first thing is like I want to fill these empty things like input box. Right? Now first is address. So let me go ahead and find address over here. So it's like field. So I'll type into address. So this will get me an address from here. Current row. I'll have address. So this is my address I get from there. So similarly, I'll get a first name, last name, phone number, email. So I'll do this for all of these documents, whatever are available in our this form. I'll just fill all those, and then we will start our automation. How it is, it gets populated one by one, right? So I get phone number, I get role in company, and the last one is submit button. So I'll hit submit at the end. So this is the button. So it's click, right? This goes up. Let me drag it to the bottom. So now, so this like this RPA challenge board design is finished, right? It's very easy. So if I just go ahead to the object repository and get all those these elements, or I get all of them at one go, and I can just drag and drop over here, right? So if I have to change anything on this part, I don't have to touch on my of my automation project. I just have to go to the library that I created. So what I can do is like I can go here and edit these elements, right? Edit script. So I can change the description, I can change the name and other things. If I have to change any element, I'll go to edit element and I'll get these things, right? Apart from that, what I can do is like I can also capture this again, and I can ask them to do one by one, right? So how I try to get these one by one is like I'll click here, I'll indicate this screen, and now I'll go for the address. So once I get the address, I can edit these things. It's like similarly to the UI Explorer part. So this everything came into UI Explorer. I can change these things, its leaf name and all those things. I can update and hit save. So this is how the object repository works. So this is how we can do it manually, but for now I have captured all the elements and all the screen. So I think we need I think we are good for this. So I'll just go ahead and run this automation and see like how easily it can fill all those details from the Excel file to this automation project, right? Let me hit the run, and let's see like how fast it goes. Like we don't have to do everything manually, but this objective is to make it easier for us to get those selectors and those elements. So now it is filling the process, so it downloads it first. So that file will be opened, it will reach each of the row, and now it is filling the this form. So it submit. Now the things are changing their position, and then it is identifying them easily and filling those things accurately. As you can see, like it is filling all those details accurately. So sometimes in this object repository we have problem with the refining of selectors, but that we can as I show you, like we can manually change those selectors, and manually like we can like edit those selectors, which is easier for us to do. So this object repository came handy during like for the large project where like application keeps changing in like multiple times within a year or in a year of span. So at the time of change, we don't have to worry about the selector change. We can just go to the object repository and update those straight away. So this is how like this RP challenging is this it has a level of hard. So many people found it difficult to do, but the object repositories now make it easier. So we just can do just go and capture all those elements and get this work done, right? So as you can see, like this is a simple automation workflow, like but this one make us life more easier. So I hope you understand like how you can set your object repository, and then you can make use of these things in your future projects. So thank you for watching the video, and happy automation.